Fairway?
First, like to congratulate Sam and Princeton on the year that they put together. They are a handful with O'Meara and Vina and what Henry does when he gets the pass at the net. The offensive he runs can be deadly. I thought tonight we did the best job we did from behind the service line tonight that we've done all year long. I think we wound up with only 6 service errors. And I think we had 5 aces, and I think we kept them off balance with their offense all night long. And if we can make an offense predictable, I thought what Owen and Gage did with our blocking schemes and what Merk did with the back row schemes off of that put us in some really good spots to just be able to control some of their swings. And I thought Schwob did a great job in transition. You can't say enough about the production we got out of our right side with Lou tonight. And it just was something that I had kind of hoped we would see this maybe at the end of March, but I'll take it today.
Better time to have it.
Better time to have it.
I guess we'll start with the defensive work that you guys had on O'Meara. Obviously, you had a pretty good scouting report, but it starts with the serve. So both for blocking and for passing, how hard was that to keep him in check?
Yeah, I think O'Meara is a handful. We knew that coming in, and our coaches gave us a great scouting report, like you said, and we knew that he was going to get a load of balls, and we had to basically force him down the line. And our blockers, Owen, and our outside blockers did a great job of getting touches on every single ball, it felt like, and slowing the ball down for us in the back row to make easy digs and then get Schwob the ball to kill the ball. But I think it's a credit to our blocking scheme. They did a great job.
How about your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, like you and Merk both just said, definitely scouting report. I mean, the coaches this whole week, it felt like we were just on the money. It felt like we just went out there and we just played, like Pav said, we just played volleyball, and it felt like the coaches were just telling us where to go, and we did it, and it worked. So, I mean, it's a credit to them for that, and also our blockers. Owen and Gage, they control that net, and then you look at Merk, the guys in 6, they're making plays left and right, and I felt like tonight we scrapped hard, and that's what I felt was kind of the turning point, especially in the first set when we're keeping balls off the floor and we're putting them back. It's pretty hard to stop.
How much did it come up for you talking to the guys late in the sets, reminding them last week with Princeton and finishing off sets, holding on the lead?
Honestly, I don't think we talked about that at all. It was just play. I've always been a big believer in what's done is done, what's in front of you is what's important. And we really didn't, even through the week, we didn't talk about last week. So.
But on the other hand, you guys were able to hold on to that lead, close it out, keep the foot on the gas. So I'm guessing that makes you happy.
Yeah, I think we've been looking for that. We've been searching for that all year long, and I think a lot of things going to that. Certainly, passing was enabled Schwob to run whatever he wanted. I think that the decisions that he made with sitting down with Rock and kind of map it out what we want to do offensively. And anytime you get a horse that's as hot as Lou Olmo was tonight, that's a no-brainer for a setter to say, where do I go? Oh, Lou's back there. And Lou didn't let us down.
For you guys, were there questions during the season about were you guys ever going to get to the point that you're at now, have the performance that you had tonight and this week?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny you ask. I was talking about it with some of the guys earlier, and the big thing I'd say is just we're composed, and I think that's one of our biggest strengths right now. And I mean, from the start of the season to now, whole new team. It feels like winning this and doing the things we've been doing. None of that matters because we're here, and when you get to the playoffs, everyone's record is 0-0. So, I mean, it felt like we did and learned what we needed to get to that point to make us who we are in the playoffs. And when it comes that time, what we represent on our chest and what we do every day, that's just who we are. So
think same thing. You said it great. I think we did a great job of forgetting about the games earlier in the year and taking what we learned from the games to improve for this tournament. This is the most important part of the year. So everything we played up until now was for this weekend. I think we did a great job of staying composed and using everything we learned to play the best I think we have all year.
Kind of a silly question, but can you describe the feeling that you guys had in that court when that final point, when that ball hit the court, I mean, it hit the floor for the last time?
I mean, it was awesome. Like, I can't even describe it. All we've been through this year, it's not over yet, and we're just so excited for our next match and to play like that again.
And you've been through it a whole lot more than they have. You've been through it a couple times, but how does this compare? I mean, given the way the season has gone, how does it compare as far as the feeling of being able to accomplish this after what you saw in January and February?
From my point of view, this team has charted its own path. It's been a very interesting path to be on. I think they've been challenged with a roller coaster of emotions through everything. It would have been very easy for them to doubt themselves, to not believe in the strengths that they have. When match point went down, I turned to Colin and I said, "Is this really happening?" Because to go 9-0 in this tournament after what we went through this year with the EIVA, and there was no way. I told Heather before we left, I could be home Wednesday night. I could be home Thursday night. We could be playing on Saturday. And I really didn't have a feel for coming into this. The one thing that made me feel better was practice on Tuesday there was a lightness about this team that it was kind of like, yeah, we're good. We'll do our stuff. And like I said, Colin told him before the match, if there was one team we've ever had that was built to win this on the road, it was them. When we had, only 2 home matches, it seems like this year. So they circled the wagons, and I'm real proud of this group. This is a very special group.
Okay.